in any situations in your life? I just wonder today, because you're working as hard as you can. At least you feel like you are. You're working as hard as you can, and you feel like you're doing the very best that you can. But because others feel like you just a hopeless case to them, then they make you wonder, is God really there for me? God, don't you see that I'm doing the very best that I can? Don't you see, God, that I'm working my fingers to the bone? But all I get from anybody else is that I am a hopeless case. Do I have a witness here? Yeah, you can see it clearly in this story. You can see it. But now, because the impossibility of meeting the quotas has now become a reality, the slave drivers now, they resort to beating the Hebrew foreman in charge of the work crews. Isn't that how life treats you sometimes? Doesn't life have a way of beating you down to the point where you just feel like giving up? I don't know about you, but I know there's been times in my life when I just felt like I don't know how much better I can do this thing, God. I don't know how much more I can give of myself. Every time I turn around, it seems like somebody just keeps kicking me and keeps kicking me and just forcing me to turn away from you, because I just don't know what else I can do. You have gotten to the point in feeling like that I might just go ahead and throw in the towel. Has anybody felt like this today? I just come today to encourage you, because I know that there are times when we feel as though all hope really is lost. But we know from the story that the Israelite foreman, they went and pleaded with Pharaoh to not be treated so harshly, because they knew that the Hebrews were not at fault for the quotas not being met. It was the fact that they could not have the straw that they used to have to make the bricks was the cause for them not meeting the quota. But you must understand now that if we are honest with ourselves, we've had the same situations occur in our lives. If we take a good look over our lives and the situations that we have encountered in our lives, I'm sure we will discover that there were a lot of hopeless feelings that came upon us as a result of knowing that it really, truly wasn't our fault. Do I have a witness here? You've had some times in your life where the misery and pain that was caused upon you to make you feel as though life is just at a hopeless point with you was actually because of someone else and the things that they had done to you. Do you believe me today? Just take a look back over your life. If you don't understand, take a good look back over your life, and you will see some times where the things that occurred to you was simply not your fault. It was the fault of someone else. But as I get ready to bring the message to a close today, I just wanted to stop by and encourage you this morning. I told you I wouldn't be before you long, but I just wanted to do my assignment today and come and encourage somebody today that this text gives us a clear picture of the Israelites feeling like they are in a hopeless situation. Look at it. They felt as though they wasn't going to be rescued by the God that they served. They really felt that way. When we look at verse 19, we see it. We see it because the scripture says that the Israelite foreman could now see that they were in serious trouble because they were told that they must not reduce the number of bricks that they make each day. So that's a clear picture that they felt like they was in a hopeless situation. Amen. Oh, yes, it was. Look at verse 20, if you will. As they left Pharaoh's court. Now, listen to what they say here. They were confronted by Moses and Aaron, who was outside waiting for them to come out. But listen to what the foreman said to them. They said, "May the Lord judge and punish you for making us stink before Pharaoh and his officials." But look at this. You have put a sword into their hands. Does that not sound like somebody who is starting to feel like they are in a hopeless situation? Oh, yes, because he said, you gave them an excuse now to kill us. I don't know, when people start to talk like that, you got to know that you are in a hopeless situation. If you're saying that you now going to be killed by the situation that you're dealing with, to me that signifies that you are in a hopeless situation. Yeah. You have to be feeling hopeless at this time. But it sounds like people who need to know what to do when they feel like all hope is lost. That's what it feels to me. When I read the text, I couldn't help but to feel that the people didn't know what to do. I mean, if you are saying that my life is now finna be over because you have placed the sword in Pharaoh's hands to kill me, then that signifies to me that they don't really know what to do in the midst of this situation. But I believe that God has some words of encouragement that will give us the remedy for what to do when we start to feel like all hope is lost in our lives. So as I get ready to take my seat here, I thought I would just stop by and encourage you today that when you begin to feel like the situation that you are now in, that all hope might be lost. Can I encourage you this morning to remember the words of Deuteronomy 31:6. It says, "So be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, and do not panic before them. For the Lord your God will personally go ahead of you, and he will neither fail you nor will he abandon you." Can I encourage you today to rest well assured that our God, he really is there. Yes, the next time that you feel like your life is in a hopeless situation, remember the words of Isaiah 41:10. Don't be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and I will help you. I will hold you up with my victorious hand. Yes, our God, he really does care about us. But can I encourage you today that when you feel that all hope in your life is lost, remember Psalms 147:5. How great is our Lord. His power is absolute. His understanding is beyond our comprehension. He really can fix this situation that we're in. It does not matter what the situation may be.